Live.
Hello.
Halo Infinite Podcast, episode 29.
Do you have a joke?
Wait, I have a joke. I want to do the joke this time.
Oh, okay.
Josh's playtime in this game.
my joke was my battle pass from the last little event.
Please call us at your earliest convenience. Now, show me what you can do.
I need to finish that battle pass stuff. Yeah.
Do you still play Halo, Josh? Do you even like Halo? Come on,
I
man.
love Halo. I just don't love earning a single shoulder pad.
I think I'm almost done. I think I'm like 86
The event
or
pass
something like that.
this past week was actually pretty good.
How high was I supposed to get?
17.
I'm
That's
at
the max
9.
you could have gotten.
Yeah, that's the max you got.
But they're gonna have to do 2 more at least. So
Unless they only give 13 next time.
that'll be rough. That's a lot of Fiesta.
Yeah.
I think I left 3 on the table this last week, but
Same.
I didn't even finish it.
Wow, this is going well. We love this game.
Hey, jump into our Discord.
we do love this game.
Get some games with us that are imaginary games. I've seen there's been a mass exodus in our Discord. They're like,
It was one person.
but it was the way they left. There was so much anger.
Silence? There's so much silence.
So much silence. Speaking of silence, I just turned off my AC, so we don't have to listen to that thing blowing in the background. So hey, we got Canon Fodder to talk about,
Cheating
to talk about, and we still love the game. We still love it. We still plan on playing it lots. My hope and dreams. We'll talk about it. There we go. I just came up with a talking
point.
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Live on
Yes.
on
Right
stream.
Live on stream. Johnny Bo wants to remind everybody to like and subscribe. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and
YouTube.
Farmers Only. We set up a
Also,
for
I have a challenge this week. I want you guys to leave us a review, but like it should be 5-star because we deserve it. But we want you to put the weirdest review that you could think possible because there are some weird reviews on there right now, and I don't know what is happening. I kind of think it's Mule doing it.
What? I'm not doing anything.
I wish they could do pictures in comments because the whole out of context spoilers that you see on the internet for like Star Wars and other stuff is pretty funny once you've seen the episode. I wish people could do like out of context memes or whatever for us. Like that would be good.
I like
Just draw a picture of a button with text. But seriously, give us reviews, and we're greedy for reviews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
But just remember, we don't actually care about your opinion if it's not positive. So
exactly, we will delete it. We will delete it.
Read it, Mule. Read it out. Wait, we didn't. There could be new people listening. Hey, first, we're friendly a-holes. Don't worry. And 2, Crawler, what's up? You're Nightcrawler. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going, Crawler? Coming at you.
Yeah, Twitter at Nightcrawler724. So if you get mad at what he says later, you can tweet at him.
Crawlers without the E.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we
Mule,
go.
what's up?
The title of this one is
No. Say your name and your Twitter.
Mulehorn117. I need a weapon. Yeah.
It's at Mulehorn117.
At the Slaytones is my personal Twitter, but just
If you search
Just
Mulehorn117, you'll find
it.
All right. And Johnny Bo, what's up, baby?
I am I'm Johnny Bo everywhere, and apparently I hold this ship together. So
I like it.
Some of these reviews are hilarious, man.
I thought you were doing them. I thought you were just like
Dude, listen to this one. Okay, I like this review. Just I'm prefacing this.
Okay.
Very good. It says very good is the title, and it's me like. I listen to it in bed all the time, and you're super funny, and it's very interesting to me. Like me, to me, fan.
I thought you were making accounts and making these reviews.
No. That'd be super hilarious.
I mean,
though.
Josh
that's
hasn't-
what we want. That's what
Josh
we want.
has
We
enough
want our reviews
emails.
to look like that.
Josh has enough emails stored away for all of his free Audible and all that kind of stuff that he does. He probably could make all these fake spoof accounts if he
Maybe
wanted
it's
to.
Josh. I feel like I don't know. They seem a little sus. They're very odd reviews. Like
I feel like
they don't.
I feel like if they're in, like, should we say goodnight? Like, sleep tight.
But if it's
tonight.
you, come raise your hand in the Discord just because
Yeah.
that's hilarious, and we'll give you a virtual high five.
Also, Josh is already the last person I hear every night, so I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I like that. Good review, man. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I'm N64 Josh everywhere. So
Nobody cares.
if you got.
Another
What is this week? We haven't played this game at all.
I was playing it about 10 minutes ago.
You're
Like
playing
for five-
Fortnite. What are you talking about?
played
You're
it
playing
for
Fortnite.
I played
Hey,
it for
he
5
was-
minutes.
He was playing with the guy from Fortnite.
Oh my
in
god.
Yeah,
Master Chief.
yeah. There we go. Yeah,
Yeah. There you go. Perfect.
the Fortnite guy.
Slow news week apparently.
Perfect. Well, we got Canon Fodder.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, what do you want to do the hopes and dreams thing first, or do you want to do?
Well, let's get through the Canon Fodder.
Because there's not much to it.
Yeah. It's more like are you guys ready for news? Yeah. Do you want to buy more stuff from us? Kinda. Yeah. That's
Well, that thing's pretty cool. I like that.
the
The art book.
The art book, yeah.
yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm gonna open up my screen here. We can all look together. Here we go. So if you're just listening, sorry you're missing out, but we are we are-
Subscribe on YouTube so I can buy more cat ears.
yes, yeah, we need more cat ears always.
Yeah.
It
So,
took
yeah.
me a while to figure out even how to put on my cat ears. I put them on finally this week, and you had to go like in the
there's
helmet,
like attachment.
a sub menu inside the helmet. Yeah, okay.
It's because they didn't want to make up lore. If it wasn't an attachment on the helmet, they would have had to make up lore. They would have had to somehow explain why these cat ears were in.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah.
That was for Crawler, not you, Johnny.
Mm-hmm. I figured it out all by myself.
Good job.
I didn't have to Google anything. So
You
You want a
signed
medal?
You
want a
signed up
medal?
for 4 emails in the process. I love it. So yeah, Canon Fodder. Happy New Year, faithful fiction fans. We're gonna get some lore out of this. Somehow we're halfway through January.
Yeah, like why are we saying Happy New Year when it's January 13th? Like,
Hey,
We haven't spoken to them in a while.
yeah, they haven't.
They haven't said anything.
They've been in hiding,
Mhm.
and so this is for those of you who need a quick refresher. Issue 122 was the final entry from Jeff. There we go. So they've a little changing in hands, right? They got some new things happening there. The year is 2022. Halo Infinite is out at last. The Banished are here, and there are endless mysteries to dive into concerning the past, present of Zeta Halo and beyond. So this is really this is kind of lore heavy, right? Most of this is pretty lore heavy. As we, like I said, we jump right into it. The start of things to come. Tremendously excited ahead of us. Not to just look into the growth of Halo Infinite, but expanded universe as well. Should we take a look at a bit of what's coming? And here we get to see an art book, The Art of Halo Infinite, and looks like you can pick it up. They got links at Waypoint. Halo
I think this one
Encyclopedia.
is out, right? I think the art book is out. They have there's a collector's edition which looks like this with John's John 117's armor on there with Chief. But I think there's a more generic regular cover. And then we get down further to the encyclopedia, which has been up for pre-order for a while. I think I have the generic, like the non-legendary edition pre-ordered on Amazon, but this one has like Forerunner box art around it and then like a lithograph kind of cool thing as well.
Nice. Yeah,
But
that's March
that comes
29th.
out later. Yep.
That's March 29th. So, and then more about Halo, the Rubicon Protocol, which I'm imagining we're going to get some pretty good. I'm kind of looking forward to this.
That's June,
honestly.
right?
Yeah, the date on this one's June 28th. So
end of June. That's barely June.
Barely June. So it's coming out just barely June. And yeah. So if you want to, get it, there's some, check out this piece of art right here. Like this is pretty amazing, honestly. Like looking at Chief, and it looks like Atriox based on the beard. I tried to click it hoping it would go bigger, but that's the best I could do right there.
Yeah, that looks like Atriox.
Yeah, it looks like he's
either that broken.
It could be Craig after that Chief fell in the cave that they've kept Craig in this whole time, and he hasn't been able to shave.
Craig's recording an album somewhere.
Yeah, he's making an album.
No, that's true. Maybe he's got his recording
like
studio
Halo 4
down there.
armor too. Like it's like Halo 4 armor, right? That's on him.
That
shoulder pad looks like Halo 4.
Well, I think Mule, the shoulder pad's actually sitting on the ground.
Well, I mean,
it looks like it's broken off.
Yeah, his left shoulder looks like his
I
right shoulder.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's kind of more big, like much bigger and kind of round to it.
Yeah, the audio listeners have such an
no
idea.
clue. Yeah, they're
excellent podcasting skills.
Oh yeah, this is definitely Halo 4 armor. I'm looking at it on Google.
It'll be in the shop soon.
But it's also concept art too, so they maybe hadn't fully fleshed out what they wanted to do.
They continue to go on into detail about some of the different ships, the missile corvette, which looks pretty sick, honestly. Like it's cool. There's a lot to take in here, a lot to read if you're into the lore. I'm sure Lethal is just losing his mind right now. He's not in chat because he's
reading this.
He's been reading it for the last 16 hours, like whenever it dropped. So,
he didn't want us to butcher it.
Yeah, but he's like, I haven't taken in enough yet. So, and then they even get into fragmentation and kind of give us some of the backstory on some of the multiplayer maps, which is super cool. That's awesome. Behemoth,
everyone's favorite map.
Dude, I lost it the other day streaming on Behemoth. Like
Fiesta on Behemoth is super frustrating because
capture the flag too,
it's too big for 4v4.
It's too big for
you guys. You cannot,
bro. Josh,
take it out of the game.
Everyone does is sit in the very back of the freaking bridge and just wait for you to push, and they kill you, and then they push your side and get your flag. That's all they do. That's the most boring gameplay ever in Capture the Flag. Like you're just sitting there waiting for the first person to push, and then what's even worse is like when you get to the flag and I had one instance where I killed 3 guys, right? So there's only 1 guy left. But all 3 guys respawned right behind me when I grabbed the flag. So I'm like,
I love this map.
No, you don't.
Even for objective, it's the only map we get 4v4 in vehicles.
Not in ranked. You don't get vehicles in ranked. That's what makes it so frustrating.
Well,
you get vehicles in that.
But you have a BR in ranked. You don't need a vehicle. You can shoot across the map.
Go away. Go away.
But in quick play, this is what we used to do in Halo all the time. You get vehicles, you go and grab, like the few matches I've played with vehicles.
Quick play Slayer on this is not bad.
I would still prefer an objective. Personally, Mule's got thumbs down. I don't know. This is the map that I had my overkill on. So like this.
Oh,
is
that's the only reason you like it because you
the,
had a.
or my
I've never
exterminate-
seen
what was
this
it?
in
That
in the
one time you got 4
15?
kills. That
Have you
one
guys seen them
time.
play this
The
in
15
championship
kills
series?
without dying. What was that?
Do they
what I
play this
did.
map in championship
Running
series?
riot.
I don't think they do.
No, they don't.
Look. I see. I like what White says in chat. Like it is too big. Like I like the map. I like the design, but it's just too large for what you want to do with a 4v4. Like it's just
6v6 would be probably a sweet spot on this.
It's got really
what
cool
about
designs.
with vehicles? I mean, you would play 4v4 on
It's-
Blood Gulch. It's twice this size.
Worse with vehicles. Like
It's
because all you
twice-
do is drive around on the outside with your freaking gunner turret and get spawn killed.
Cool.
Like
Keep it up, guys. We're gonna end up with Halo 5 all over again, and you guys are gonna be stuck in Warzone playing with NPCs.
They would have to add a map for that to happen.
poor Josh.
Emotional, damn it.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Well, if anybody is listening from 343, pay no attention. We love this map for vehicles. Okay, I
Should
don't
have
know.
its own playlist.
Okay,
that only Josh
wait.
would play.
No, but
Call it Josh's playlist.
let's take this moment, because this map is what feels the most Halo 2 and 3 to me when I play it. Right? When you get the vehicles, you've got this is one of the few times that I've been able to jump in the Warthog and with the flag, somebody picks me up and takes me, and I'm like, yo, it's not necessarily the map itself, it's what takes place on it. So let's talk about it. How do they make it better? What do they do to improve here? There's already man cannons, but what if there was a man cannon in the middle of this thing? Similar to you guys remember, I can't remember, I want to say it might have been called Escalation, possibly, but that's also a Gears of War map. So, but it's on Halo 3 where you can man cannon all the way to the other side, and then you have to go up the bridge. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? What if there was a few faster ways to maneuver on this map? Do you think that would change how do we make it better? What do you think, Mule? Because you seem to be pretty this map sucks. People just do this. What do you think improves it?
It's not the map. It's just the way people are going to play the map. You know what I'm saying? The design is cool. It's got some really cool stuff. It's got the tunnel underneath on the bottom. It's got the man cannons on either side. So it does funnel most people to the outside. So you have to be really careful if you go through the middle. It's got a great spot in the middle where you can be on the second level and you can drop in and still get the flag by running straight to the flag. It's a good map design, but the problem is people are going to play it different than I think maybe was intended, which is everyone's just going to sit back on the backside of the bridge.
Yeah,
that's the way everybody plays this.
It's a 3-lane map, which is nice. There's right side, left side tower, and then there's the underneath. But I feel like the sight lines don't differentiate the lanes enough that if you make a play on one lane, you can be seen by both towers, and I don't know, and people sit back far enough that they can. It requires a lot of coordination from your team to pull off an objective. I would almost like a neutral bomb. Where is neutral bomb in this game? Put it in the very middle, underneath, at the overshield spawn or something like that. And then you have to find a way back up, and then nobody uses those grav lifts to get into the base. You hardly see anybody do that because you're just a sitting duck out in the middle that you can be seen from all over the map. So the grav lift needs to be better accessible. You can grapple hook through the hole if you want to into the base, but you have to have said
if you go on top, you can grab lift up.
But you're a sitting duck out there in the middle platform. like that's the problem. Nobody uses the
Yeah.
grav lift.
No one does it because everyone sits on the back of the freaking bridge, you know. And it's super frustrating, Josh, when you have some decent plays, right? Like let's just say you just got a great double or triple kill, and then by the time you get to the flag, the other guys that you just killed respawned right behind you on the back of the freaking bridge, because that's where everyone's camping, on the rocks or right at the base of the bridge. And so it's just super hard to advance the flag unless you're very coordinated as a team doing the juggle, right? And you're juggling it to another teammate because you know you're going to die. Like, you have to be very coordinated to do very well on this map. And I think, like, if you're playing with a team, you're probably going to have more fun. But I would say probably majority of the people that are listening to this podcast probably play with one or two friends, or mostly solo. So if you're playing this solo, it's going to be super frustrating to get a team together to capture the flag. Like,
what if there was a teleporter at the bottom that took you to the other base that you would then hit the lift and go up and be able to cap that way?
I mean, that's how some of the older Halo maps were. There's a teleporter to take you right back. You know,
we haven't seen a teleporter since Halo 3.
Halo 3.
Did 4 have any?
I don't know. I can't remember.
The maps are too that. Yeah, I don't recall either. But I just wonder if this being a live game, like, it's the kind of thing that, like, these maps don't have to be set it and forget it, to where it's like, if there are frustrations, they're seeing what's happening, right? They've got the data, they've got the heat maps, and they know. So, like, I mean, I'm just trying to remember. I'm thinking, like, wasn't it called Headlong, where you, like, had to walk all the way to the other end to then work your way back to the flag that was up on the top of it was like
Headlong was the skyscraper in Halo 2, wasn't it?
Let me see if I can get a list real quick. But, like, there was a Halo 2 map where it was asymmetrical, and you started on the beach, and you had to go all the way to the end of this big metal structure and then work your way back up. And the flag was in the open. Once you grabbed it, you could jump off and then head down to your base. You guys, I can't remember the name of the map. Does anybody remember it offhand?
I mean, Headlong had teleporters going from both buildings, like different spots. They were like,
that was the construction site. That was a big team battle map.
Yeah, and it had ramps going up all the way. Yeah. That was a good neutral bomb map. That was a good one flag CTF map. That was I mean,
but I'm talking about the one I'm talking about is you're outside on a beach.
So not Zanzibar, because you know what that one is.
No, it's not Zanzibar. It's I'm scrolling here. Let's see. I'm just gonna hit view all here real quick. Man, I can't believe it's not popping up quicker.
I just want interesting maps to come back. Like, what was the one with the train that came through that was DLC in Halo 2?
Yeah, there was turf, and one other one was the.
I always liked that train map.
Oh, was it? Let's see. Turf and Sanctuary. Terminal, yes. But Sanctuary is the one I'm talking about. And Sanctuary had like a crashed Pelican that one team would start at, and then you would work your way towards. Let me just show this picture in the on the screen here, if I can get it open. But it honestly looks like the map we're looking at here, but there's just a crashed Pelican on one end, and then there's just a big metal building. I gotta switch screens. It'll just take me a second. But yeah, it's called Sanctuary. And it was a great map. It was a fantastic map. And you could take the Warthog to one end, and that was how you made your way back up to the base. So here we go. Here's the I don't know if you guys can see the picture. It's pretty small, but but it's right there. So
was that was a Halo 4 map, wasn't it?
No, it's Halo. It started in Halo 2. I think we might have seen it again in like one of the other Halos. But do you guys remember this? There is a teleporter there. See the teleporter?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I kind of feel like that might somewhat be the answer to some of these issues, right? Where it's like, let's let's be able to let's make that other team push, but also if we make those plays, give us a chance to get out of there.
Yeah.
Right now, there are 2 man cannons, which I think they're assuming people are going to use them, but you're still not that far away with just the man cannon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I hardly ever use the man cannons now because it's like the other team can see from the other tower. So it's like,
Well, and you then have a long. It helps with halfway there, but the problem is people can respawn, especially if it's ranked. They have a BR, so they man cannon behind you, and by the time you're at the bridge, they're beaming you from the tower, and they kill you. It's a crazy defensive from far away push that they can make, and it's just bodies just falling on the bridge because you have to try to return fire from 2 different towers, and they can both see you as you're trying to come in. I feel like most CTF maps have at least somewhat protected cover as you're coming into your base, and the plays have to be made before you make it there, not as you're trying to plant.
yeah. I mean, how would y'all feel if they brought in Lockout, Battle Creek, High Ground, Pit, and Narrows? What if they brought all those back? Because those are like,
I hope a ton of maps come back that are fan favorites. Like I hope Zanzibar comes back. I hope like there's
segue into what I want to talk about. That's the topic, right? What do we hope shows up in the next season? Go ahead, Crawler.
I mean, so we have this is Season of Reach, so we're gonna get Combat Evolved season next, assumably, right? Like that's what have they confirmed that, or is that kind of just assumed?
It's
assumed.
It's all assumed at this point, but I mean, it's
so yeah.
that'd be their playbook.
So at that point, we should see Hang 'em High, Battle Creek, it's been
Blood
called
Gulch.
Blood Gulch. I was say it's been called like 15 different names.
Coagulation.
Timberland, I think is another one.
That was the PC one.
I think Damnation. I would love to see. I love Damnation from Halo 1. Damnation and Hang 'em High were 2 of my favorite maps for indoors that they had.
What was it? Wizard, Rat Race?
Wizard's been remade a bunch of times, so Wizard would be, and that's a fun map to play SWAT on because it's just people dropping all over the place. You just camp spawns.
The one thing I'm worried about is we're in the season of Reach, right? And they haven't added any Reach maps.
True.
So
yeah,
we still have 5 months left.
Yeah, we still have 5 months. That's true. I'm hoping they add a map here soon, or a map or 2 here soon. We've been playing the same
8 maps or whatever it is
since the tech preview. Really, I don't think we've.
Yeah, because we only got like what,
ones.
1 or 2 maps added. Was that it? The
indoor... the BTBs. We only have 2 BTB maps.
We got Aquarius and Streets were new, right? That was it.
Yeah,
I think, and then the 2 big team battle maps.
I think so.
I think they should include Behemoth in Big Team Battle. I feel like it's one of those maps that could go between the 2, and I think it would just be pandemonium.
Is Big Team Battle mayhem? Is Big Team Battle still 10v10, or have they re-upped that to 12?
I thought it was 12. Oh,
they
dropped it.
It's still 10v10 because they were having connection issues.
They're working on it. There was articles coming out. I don't know if they put a tweet or something, but I've been seeing articles saying like it's on the. It's the priority. It's a priority.
Yeah, I saw Lethal in the Discord say that he went back to BTB and MCC because it doesn't work. It doesn't really work in Infinite right now.
Yeah,
there needs to be more guns on the map too in Big Team Battle. Like there needs to be more deployment zones for weapons, especially, or it needs to be just a BR start. A BR start would fix a lot of that, actually. Because then it would be less people fighting over commandos and BRs, and it's really crappy on Big Team Battle when you get a commando variation of the map and not a PR variation.
I think the map that I would want to see if we get some maps from Reach was Breakneck, because that was probably one of my favorites on Reach. Like I really liked that map. It had the big circle right there in the middle. I think it is a remake of Halo 2's map or something like that. I don't remember, but I liked that map a lot.
Oh, you're talking about the one that's like outside, and then
Yeah.
there's like a almost looks like research centers in the inside or whatever.
Yeah, you have
And
like
there's like the big drain in the center.
exactly. There was like
Yeah,
so
yeah,
many
yeah.
different lines of sight, so you could get in and out of cover if you needed to. You'd have to make a good push to get kills. Like that map was fun, and of course Battle Creek. I mean, who doesn't want Battle Creek? Like that map has so many memories of rockets and snipers, or snipers only, or rockets only. It was just a really fun map to play, even in SWAT. Like in SWAT, how many freaking times did you go through that portal and get slapped in the head? You know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and looking through this list that you have here, Mule, of the best games, like Exile from Halo 4 was actually a fantastic map. Like,
And that was a big team. Was that a big team
it
battle?
was big team battle. It was like playing through a giant donut. Basically, you could drive vehicles all the way around, but maybe Behemoth needs more geometry. Maybe it needs more palm trees. Maybe it
Yeah.
needs some
So,
things that like you could take cover on, so you're not
and I'm
just in the
looking
open.
and I'm looking at Narrows right now from Halo 3, and it's somewhat reminiscent because it's big man cannons, and
Mhm.
but the man cannon gets you almost all the way to your base.
Right.
If you were to take but then also once you round the corner, people can come down from their base and shoot you as it crosses. You're flying the man cannon, and then you also have a few more steps to make it before you round the corner. Otherwise, they have to be crested over the bridge to be able to see where you're going to plant. I feel like I didn't play a lot of CTF on Narrows, and maybe it wasn't conducive to that. But like the
It
fact
was
that you
great,
get
man.
away from line of sight for a second as you're getting close to capture point, like that's what we need in Behemoth a little bit.
But the difference too is there's no vehicles on this map, right?
True.
This isn't a vehicle map. So it kind of is it if you're playing, they almost need to do variants. If you're doing ranked, it needs to have some kind of man cannons, teleporters, something that
Yeah.
you know, and
I mean-
maybe even what if they went off the side of the map a little bit and made the spawns down there, so you have to walk up something to then be able to get like if, because like you said, you clear that room, now they're stuck, right? I'm just kind of spitballing, of course, right? But like just something that's like I mean, how many times are we playing CTF and it's like I have to run how far to get it happens.
Well, now I really want, like, Forge is so far away, but with like all the tools that this game is gonna have and what we have in like the training mode, people are gonna have like Spider-Man game modes where you have unlimited use of grapple. Everyone starts with the grapple shot, and you have a BR or something crazy, and it's gonna be they're gonna put geometry. They're gonna have a blank space, and it's gonna be like kill boxes down below, and you're gonna have to swing and fight and do, like, there's gonna be crazy stuff that comes from Forge, and probably also some game variations that would benefit to be in like the regular rotation where you start with equipment or do something a lot better than having to fight over with all your teammates for this one piece of equipment that has 3 uses. I think there can be, because tooling around in the campaign is so much fun with just unlimited use of your equipment.
Well, and the simple test is make a game mode with unlimited equipment. You get to make your loadout. Do you want to use the grapple? Do you want to use
loadout's a bad word in this game?
Bad memories.
Halo 4.
Bring back armor lock, please. Armor lock. I would like.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do think that's their chance to like. And
Mhm.
how many people play it? Does everybody flock to that? Well, then now you know this is what people want, and this is how they want to play the game, right? That's the beauty of having ranked. I mean, in Halo's always had that. I mean, you had a large community that loves zombies. I'm not a fan of that game mode. It's never been fun for me. I'm just always like,
Because that's what, shotgun and swords, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, it can be.
That's
There's
infected,
different
right?
variations of it, But I do have a little bit of a fear with Forge. Is I don't want. I'm hoping that that Infinite. I don't think it will, but the biggest turnoff with Reach was all the Forge maps that it was like, okay, we're no longer making maps with textures. You just get these weird metal, like here's Blood Gulch, here's Lockout, here's and you're like, no, no,
There
no,
were
no,
some
no,
really weird maps that
no.
made it into rotation in
Yeah,
Reach.
and I don't want any of that. Like I want the professionals designing maps that at
You know what
343.
would have been a good thing for them to do this week would be to add some of these Halo 3 maps, because they shut down the Halo 3 servers on 360. So like Narrows would have been a good one to add, or the Pit, I think.
Pit's Halo
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. Pit.
Valhalla. Valhalla would be a great big team battle map.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it made
Yep.
this. I don't know
It's
if it
number
made
one on
It
this
is
list.
number one on the list. Yep.
I don't know if I agree that that's number one.
But High Ground, right here, High Ground. Remember the demo for Halo 3 when you had to buy
Yeah, it was
Crackdown,
that and
Crackdown.
that and Snowblind, right, or whatever it was called.
Snowbound. Yeah.
Just bring
But-
all the Halo 3 maps. Just put all the maps in there. You know?
Just merge MCC over into Infinite with Infinite Physics. Like, let's do it.
Well, and I mean, if you guys remember, a lot of our conversations, a lot of the talk was that's kind of what we thought was going to happen. I think a lot of people thought it was going to be like, because I don't think anybody's going to be mad if there's reused maps in Infinite. Like these are the maps that like.
The problem is it's a new engine though, so they're going to have to probably it's probably going to take time because they built Infinite with a new the what's it, Sublight engine or whatever they called it.
But the amount of time this game was in development to only launch with 8 maps, it does seem strange, right? Like, and to not at least have like 2 in the
chute,
in the chamber, ready to launch, like right at the first of the year, or whatever. Like, that's, and I don't know. Like we've said before, if this is still the beta, maybe when they say it's out of beta,
they still haven't brought it beta yet.
So and
I don't know, but I mean, personally, I've dropped off on playtime because, I hit level 100 in the battle pass, so there's not really
and weekly challenges aren't like the weekly rewards.
Yeah, you get the same emblem every.
Yeah.
Like we got the sacrifice emblem again, even though it's like a different spot.
There's just not enough fun stuff to chase right now to keep you playing.
Next week, I think I'm gonna play because I forget what it's called. It's like the Cyber
Shadow or something like that.
Yeah, the Cyber Shadow event or whatever, and some of that stuff looks really cool. So I think I'm gonna check that out. But this week, I don't think I'm gonna play at all, which sucks.
Yeah,
like I want something new.
Or I mean, like what we were talking about last week, and I was thinking about it more, like the fact that Fortnite for a season that's this long right now, Fortnite has a pretty long season as well. Having headshot challenges to get XP and other things, like the whole thing just needs to be retooled, and this is just a long 7 months that we're going to have to sit through this battle pass and this progression system before it can get completely overhauled, because I think it will get completely overhauled.
Yeah, so that's the question. Did this come out too early?
I mean, no,
they didn't listen to feedback.
They didn't. I feel like they didn't think it through well enough, because I don't know. I mean, a lot of the complaints right now are because of the microtransactions, and everybody's assuming, Microsoft told them like, hey, we need you to make them spend money. So that's why the battle pass was so slow in the beginning. So they want you to buy the tiers. And I just think they had money on the mind and not really thinking it through.
I'm like 50 levels in, maybe 40. I don't remember, something like that. Mule, you're done. Johnny, you're up there. Crawler, you're up there.
I'm like 86. I think
I'm done.
I
Actually,
can be. I could be done in a week if I wanted to. I have enough double XP. I could pop and just finish it.
How much of the stuff from the battle pass have you put on your Spartan and are using on the regular?
I got the flaming head.
I turned on the flame arms or whatever.
Yep, I just use the head.
So one thing.
And then a pose, maybe. It depends on what pose
Yeah,
you got.
yeah, I'll use a pose. Yeah. With the
So like
machine gun.
there needs to be pre-game poses that are in the next battle pass. There needs to be like get away from the whole knuckles cracking and air punching and whatever else. The shrug. Like
I want to floss.
Well, dude, that's like
Not
part of the fun.
not in Halo. We don't want that in Halo. Keep that in Fortnite.
I think emotes is a thing now. Like how Apex does emotes. Like they're not cheesy, but they're good. Like
I kind of like
fit the
Apex's like banner system that they have too. Like,
and we're waiting on finishers too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So there are things that they can monetize that would actually, I think, give us more stuff to customize. And then I think people won't care as much about
give the pair of knees and the pair of shoulders and all, like give the pair together. Don't piecemeal it out.
Yeah. The other thing too is like as we start acquiring more gear, right? I wouldn't mind, and maybe some of this is in here, maybe some of it's not. I haven't. I know you can favorite certain pieces of armor, right?
Yeah.
But what if you could set your different favorites to then just randomize? So each time you jump in, maybe I'm wearing my Cloud9, but maybe I'm wearing my Iron Man with the setup. But it's the ones that I've set that I like without having to jump in between every match. Or just give us a loadout of at least our armor sets.
Because Fortnite, you can save a group of like
I have like 50
back bling and
presets
skin
right now.
Yeah, and then just put it on a randomizer and you can have whatever. Yeah, because that would be more fun to be able to not have to go in and change everything that you have all the time. Have those preset loadouts for how you look and just have it cycle through. I like that idea.
Because right now I'm not even changing out of my Cloud9. It's like I dropped $10 on this,
and you can't personalize it at all.
Nope, it's shiny.
You can't even
black.
put cat ears on it. You can't even put cat ears on it. It's sad.
Yeah. So it like I want to have the opportunity to use some of the stuff that we're unlocking without like just making it easier. It's like if this is really a game about collecting everything and showing everything off, then like, you know, I want to be able to do that easily. So, and maybe it's something they're thinking about, right? We have no idea, right? And it's like it's not a high priority when you've got multiplayer stuff not working and you know other issues to deal with, I'm sure, but like
I don't like spending $5 for just a red armor coating. You don't like doing that?
Just red. Yeah. Here's Calamity says no legendary skins or skull skin. Yeah. It feels like the only thing that's like that's the carrot on the stick is Onyx and getting the charm.
There.
The charm. Yeah.
I'm almost there.
What are you up to?
Diamond 5, baby.
Nice.
But even with the charm, it's barely seen. Like,
yep.
It's barely seen. So like our emotes or our opening stances, they need to be in such a way that like I would love it if it focused on whatever charm I had on and then zoomed out. And you know, even if I was just standing there, but like
just like a James Bond pose with your pistol and you put the whatever charm you want to focus on.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
Like just because otherwise it's like I'm the only one that sees it. Whereas like I remember buying Halo Reach Legendary Edition to have the blue flame so you looked like a Bungie employee or whatever. And like, that was like, everybody knew you spent your $150, right? Like
you got a nice statue of Noble Team.
Yeah, but if they get knocked off the shelf while someone's cleaning, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we come back to this like every week.
My shotgun and sniper are no more on my statue. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I don't know. I think there's a lot like maybe the launch wasn't exactly what we hoped, but I mean, if you look back, I mean, we're 30 episodes in, right? And this launched on the 20th anniversary of Halo. There was so much hype, like, but I think the thing is, we just still want to be hyped, right? And it's just like maybe we just consumed it to like we just consumed. There wasn't enough of it for how fast we were consuming it, and we just want more, which isn't a bad thing. The gameplay's it's polished, it's spot on. Like there's no shooter I would rather go and play than Halo, like period. But
Yeah.
But transitioning, there are problems when it comes to crossplay, PC and console players especially console players not wanting to deal with PC players, mainly due to the fact that I'm sure there's an anti-cheat somewhere buried in this code, but it's not openly apparent like it is on Valorant or on Fortnite or something like that. When you see the easy anti-cheat pop up, Valorant has a system-wide thing Valorant is watching your computer at all times, and you have to restart. If you disable the anti-cheat in Valorant, you have to restart your computer before you can play Valorant. So like they're watching to make sure you're not running any kind of programs that can mess with their game. And we've seen articles after articles coming out this last couple of weeks, and people complaining online on Twitter and Reddit and all sorts of stuff of just how rampant and how blatant people aren't even hiding their wall hacks and aimbots. And there's clips in some of these articles we've been looking at of people just shooting rocks and getting kills across the map. Like it's just there is a problem, and there hasn't been much that's been addressed.
It's accurate to the lore. It's accurate to the it's accurate to the history, I should say, not the lore. It's
True.
accurate to the history, because if anybody remembers the
Halo
dark
2 had
days of
problems.
Halo
Oof.
2, we've talked about them at length. But when
Wow.
somebody shoots that train out of their rocket launcher, you're in trouble. When cars come firing out of the rocket launcher, like
Yep.
when you spawn and there's nothing but a web of sniper tracers,
of gas trails.
yeah, from the snipers, you're just like, wow, is this really worth it? So
Back when super bouncing was the least of your problems, right?
yeah, exactly. And I mean, the thing is, how many of these people online are complaining just because they're like, these computer guys got to be cheating. I just want them out of here so I can be better.
Well, I think I don't know if the devs 343 are that worried about PC, because I think the player base on PC is a lot smaller than Xbox than console.
Let's see what
So-
Steam
I don't
is
know.
sitting out like right now. I'll tell you.
They need to get this game on Switch.
Come on, Mule, get your friends to stop being booty heads,
Look, man, we can't help it.
So for ranked, you could set it to be controller.
Well, that's the way it is
doesn't
right now.
necessarily
It's
mean-
input specific, yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Like-
necessarily mean you're not playing with PC players, right? Like you're playing with people
Yeah,
that
you're playing.
could be using controllers on PC.
Halo Infinite on PC has 33,266 people in game right now.
And there's no way to check the Xbox numbers, so but I would assume it's higher.
Oh yeah, lot higher.
Well, are you looking at just Steam, or you're also including?
That's just Steam, and PC
Okay.
has two different ways to play.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, like, isn't the controller only option only in the ranked?
It's only in ranked.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to
But-
get ranked with controller, and also you have to get ranked with mouse and keyboard.
And that's for solo queuing or duo queuing. And then if you're playing with a 4-man team, it's cross everything.
There's an open.
Yeah,
there's
everything's
open.
open.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that means quick plays, cross play. Big team
Correct.
battle is crossplay, and I think that's where people are getting frustrated, right? Like, I personally don't think I've run into any cheating yet, but I mean, that doesn't mean it isn't there, of course. But
I think I actually ran into a cheater. I don't. The guy could have been really good, but like he was like 16-0 in SWAT, like real fast.
That's easy to do in
That
SWAT.
that can happen.
That's easy to do
right,
in SWAT.
right as you said it was in SWAT. So, Calamity said people cheat in SWAT.
I don't know. The guy
No.
seems super sus. It seems super sus.
It does, but SWAT is one that you can just go on a tear if you know your angles, you cover your back, and you know how people spawn and move. You just got to be quick on the trigger. It can feel like cheating. It can feel like cheating because you just have to get one tapped, and that's it.
Yeah, I've gone like 23-2 in SWAT before, so I mean, SWAT, it's easier to do those outrageous things, in my opinion. But
the cheating is more apparent when you're getting one tapped by power weapons from in rapid succession.
Man, honestly, for me, I don't feel like it's the cheating. Like, I don't feel like I run into a ton of cheating. I feel like I run into problems with like latency with the servers, like server latency, and then the stupid one-hit melee stuff. That's because the hitboxes are off. So it's like I shouldn't be running around the corner and a guy one melees me and kills me, and I shouldn't like have to fill out my whole freaking BR to just barely break this guy's shield. Like, why are some people like absolutely getting melted when I'm playing them, and then other times it feels like I am like almost using 2 clips to kill a guy, you know? And for me, that's like more of an issue than the cheating. The cheating, I think, will eventually be like wrapped up and fixed. Like, they're gonna have to. Every company has to do that, or they'll lose a large player base. But like, I think the main things. Yeah, I think the main things you got to fix like the server latency lag and things like that, and you got to fix the hitboxes because there's even like a glitch where if you do it just right and hit them in the right shoulder, it gets you a slap from hitting somebody in the back. So if you come from the side and hit them like perfectly on the right shoulder, it will get you a beat down from behind. So like there's stuff like that they got to fix, you know.
That's just James Bond or Austin Powers just judo chopping you the right way.
Yeah,
judo chop.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, that's the more irritating thing when I'm like, why am I getting melted by this guy? But it's taking me forever to kill this guy, you know.
And that's just that's ping latency problems that need to be addressed. And we're on dedicated servers, aren't we? On this game, it's not peer to peer.
It's dedicated, but it literally the stuff you're describing. It's just what's interesting is going back to like even Mario Kart. You don't know what's going on in Mario Kart until you start playing with people online that can see your screen and you can see, and they can like. There's times you hit somebody with a shell. The game doesn't know. It's trying to decide: are they going to get hit? Or are they going to block it?
Yeah, client side versus server side stuff varies quite a bit, and the client can't keep up with the server.
And so you see what looks like somebody getting hit, and then they don't lose any speed. I have people in my comments on TikTok all the time, like, how come some people and they think it's cheating, right? Because you see somebody take damage and then still not lose any speed, and they're not. It's just that's what, and so that's and it happens in games like Split. It's after seeing it so much in Mario Kart, I then watched it happen in Splatoon where I see my hit markers and then it feels like I get hit once and I'm like, how? And it just has to be, it all has to do with the latency and everything. And I don't think there are definitely those cases where it's like, yeah, I'm wondering if I even shot where my opponent was at this point because their shield should be popped and
yeah, I mean,
and now I'm dying. So something's not registering.
Put Barrett's comment up because soft collision needs to go away in this game as well.
There is no collision.
Yeah, there needs to be actual collision. Like that's a big problem in this game. I don't know why it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
for sure. For sure. So I mean, it's online. It's the nature of the beast, and it's like, what do you do? I don't know. And what gets crazy? I mean, Crawler and myself and Johnny, we play a lot of Smash. You go from playing Smash online to playing locally, and it's night and day. It's just absolutely night and day, right? And so it. I don't know about like, I haven't played enough Apex to be able to pick up stuff like that, right? I haven't played a lot of it, but
I haven't really ran into much like that with Apex, honestly. Like, I don't know.
And so, but that, I mean, even with Apex though, if I remember correctly, are a lot of the shots projectile?
There is sometimes where it'll feel like you're shooting someone and it goes through them.
Well, no, but is it hit scan or projectile on a lot of the weapons?
I don't know.
I feel like it's projectile because in a lot of times you can see the arc of the bullet in a handful of the guns, and so I wonder if that's a factor as well. I don't understand all the stuff, right? Like we're just speculating, but
yeah,
I wonder if.
I mean, there's definitely drop off when you're shooting with snipers and things like that, you know.
Yeah, so it's projectile weapons then.
Yeah. So it's interesting because that the BR is definitely hit scan, right? And so I think
when the reticle's center chest and you're not getting hit markers, that's a problem.
Yeah, there at times, and it's not like it's all the time.
No, it's
not like it's. But there are certain times that it's like we've all been there where you're like, how did I lose it? Like the shield should have popped, and the headshot was my next shot. And
playing somebody from Puerto Rico, and they have
150
ping.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like if I was playing cash, okay, I can get over that. But when I'm trying to play like competitive, and I'm trying to get from my Diamond 5 to my Onyx, like every kill counts because the way they do it. Like even though if I don't win,
the elo's messed up.
It's like I got to get those kills, but it's like if I'm having a game where for some reason I'm playing somebody's like with their pings like a 50 or something, I don't know, and I can't hit them, it's just frustrating because I'm like, all right, well, this is a game that if I play really crappy, I'm going to lose my Diamond 5 and go back down to Diamond 4, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Before we wrap this up, I want to end on a good note. All right.
Okay. Perfect.
So this past weekend, I was playing Halo with T-Bone. I forget what it was, T-Bone 57 something, but in his community, and we were doing custom matches, and it was so fun. We did like no shield plasma pistols. That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever tried to do because that gun is complete trash.
Right.
There's also it also turned up the gravity to like 300%.
So you can't jump at all.
It turned it down to like
0%.
Run speed to like 500 or whatever. Swords only. It was just ridiculous. Like some of the things you could do with the custom matches, it's just super fun, and I had a blast playing that. So we'll have to try it one night just to do some ridiculous matches. We turned the gravity all the way down with skewers. The only way you can move was to jump backwards. So you had to like look down and jump backwards. So you'd see like everybody like hopping around like with their skewers pointing down, and you just take them out. It's a good time. That's what where Halo really shines, is where just have ridiculous games and nights. For sure. Yeah. Next week we may actually skip doing a recording unless there's some major news bomb, but we're going to take this time while would typically be recording, and we want to take you guys on. We want to do like a you play the host, whether we'll probably set up custom games where so you guys can either put a team together of 4, or we can take 4, or we can just take 4 people from chat or whatever. And
what if we do this? We each play against each other and we get our own teams to play against each other. So like Crawler versus Josh, or mule versus crawler or something like that. We rotate.
However is fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine with me. So we'll discuss it with you guys in the Discord. Jump in. It's in the bio, the link, if you want to come hang out with us. And that's gonna do it for this one. So bye everybody, and keep on slaying.
Please call us at your earliest convenience.
Now, show me what you can do.